Good afternoon, I'm meteorologist Diane Phillips, and I hope that you were up early. Maybe you were already to work, but we saw some sun today, and I know it's hard to believe considering all the clouds that I have behind me, but this morning we caught a little bit of clearing, saw the sun that we haven't seen much or if at all this week, but it didn't last very long because the cloudy skies have moved on in as the Great Lakes once again are playing games with us. But we won't have a lot of clearing during the daylight hours to see that much wanted and needed sun. We're going to have overcast skies even as we head towards that sunset. That'll be in the 5 o'clock hour. And even as we head into this evening, you'll notice a little bit of clearing, but I'm still not convinced that we're going to pick up on all that sun that we need for our Friday. But before we get there, let's get through today, and we'll have those cloudy skies, and also those clouds will be carrying some scattered snow showers. So they're going to be here and there and very spotty, but with cold air, temperatures into the mid to upper 30s. That's going to support, well, frozen precipitation. Yeah, talking that snowfall. So we've been looking at that, and we're going to continue to keep an eye on those scattered snow showers here on your hour-by-hour forecast. You can see the coverage. It isn't very wide, but we'll just continue to keep those showers in as we head throughout our Thursday, and even as we get into Friday. You're also going to notice that we still have some lake effect flurries that are going to be in our forecast, but shouldn't be problematic for those who are going to be attending Lights Before Christmas. It's going to be a cold one, but you don't have to worry about that snow causing any major impacts. But of course, have the WTOL 11 weather app. Of course, you can keep an eye on any of the latest snowfall info. And also when we talk about any accumulations, of course, we'll have those updates there. But for now, we're just looking at snow showers, not adding up to all that much. And you'll see, though, that the clouds, those are going to be pretty strong as temperatures, though, are still cold. We have more cold air that's going to be moving in. So when you look at that 10-day forecast, you're going to want to bundle up for the weekend, because if you are headed to the tree lighting at the Toledo Zoo Friday evening, temperatures will be into the mid-20s. But it's going to be very cold. It will be dry, thankfully, besides a few flurries. But as we head into Saturday, we do have that morning the BG Holiday Parade. So temperatures will be around 23 degrees. Still working with those cloudy skies, but as we head into Sunday, it'll be dry. Temperatures still on the cold side. Highs will be in the upper 20s, but I'm hoping to introduce a little more sun into the forecast. Now, as far as those temperatures, we've kind of been locked into this cold spell, and well, our highs have been below average. Typically, we should find those to be around 50 degrees. We've had anything but the 50s lately. We've had a taste of winter weather for much of this week and even last week. Now, lows, those have actually been a little bit closer to where we should be. Yes, of course, they're below average, but happy to at least see that we're only talking a 3-degree difference there. Now, as far as those records, nowhere close to either one of those. And also sunset, that's at 5:13. So if we do pick up on some sunlight, it's going to be a very short amount of time here during the day. Now, here's a look at those highs and that temperature trend that you'll find on the WTOL 11 weather app. Today's our one last mild day, we could say, as highs are going to be around 37 degrees. But then we have a stretch in a row of 29-degree days for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We might be able to jump into those lower 30s, but overall, it's still just going to be a cold and chilly weekend. But then it becomes travel time frame. We're really going to be watching this forecast. Temperatures warming up 40s, even close to 50 degrees by Wednesday. And that means everybody's going to make it into Northwest Ohio, no problem temperature wise. Also, I'll have a look at that travel forecast coming up. But temperatures do kind of cool out as we head into the Thanksgiving Day weekend. So if you have some plans, maybe that outdoor football game with the family, you're going to want to have, well, an extra layer or two packed. Now, here's that travel outlook. As promised, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you may have flights that are headed out of town or flights that of family coming into town. Either way, if you have travel plans Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday coming into Northwest Ohio, we have quiet weather for you. Temperatures, like I said, will be on the mild side, but we have dry conditions and even some sun that we're going to try to work into the forecast. So we will welcome that and our family early next week. Now, the extended forecast does have the bitter cold weekend for us, but at least it is going to be dry besides those few flurries that we're talking about. And then once we have those mild temperatures and easy travel, things change come Turkey Day, Thanksgiving, and Black Friday. When you're doing that shopping, we are going to be watching our next system. We're watching the potential for a rain-snow mixture. Of course, a lot of that data is still starting to roll in. So as we get that forecast hammered down, of course, we'll keep you updated on the WTOL 11 weather app. Now you will though find the temperatures cool out, so that's why we're going to still keep that chance for a little bit of snow talk into that extended forecast.